All right. Good morning, everybody. Y'all know what day it is. It's Free Friday. Make some noise. It's Free Friday. Right, here we go. Here we go. Market is now open. Let's get to it. Also, just want to say good morning to everyone right now who's watching me on TikTok and YouTube. Appreciate all y'all who've been following me, or if you have followed me this week. Definitely have been enjoying the live experience, the live trading experience with all of you, for sure. But definitely be sure to share the live with a friend today. You know, if you have someone who's interested in trading, wanting to learn about day trading, I mean, quite frankly, I think the best time to learn how to start trading was yesterday. The next best time is today. So if you want to start learning how to day trade, definitely hit the link in my bio. That's where you're going to learn to join in Crystal Academy. So I'm a part of Sierra, Rico, Wall Street, all of us, whole Crystal gang. But as far as what I'm watching coming into today, it is per usual, Qs and SPY. It's really all that I am interested in 95% of the time. Have a quite a large gap up though here overnight. So this is, I mean, if anything, you would think we just plummet, right? So we'll see what all we get, but I won't be surprised if we just drop here to start out the day. How does that work? But for the meantime, while I'm on here, for anyone on the free side, for anyone on TikTok, YouTube, wherever you are, if anyone has any questions to ask, more than welcome to ask for the meantime while I'm on live. If I take a trade, you will know. If I don't take a trade, you will also know. But by all means, feel free to ask as many questions as you wish. Try my best to answer as many as I can. What am I looking for in ESNQ? Something amazing, I guess. Um, Realistically speaking, just direction. I posted the key levels and trade ideas. So as far as ideally what I'm watching, I mean it's a few things, but ideally would love to see on NQ, want to see us if we are going to go down, all right, then I'd have to see us under VWAP for starters, and then under that 134 for sure. But we'll see what all we get because basically everything except NQ is under VWAP. So ideally it starts to follow suit. So I wouldn't be too surprised about that. But I would love for shorts to play out today. I think that that's the easiest move to say the least. As in easy as in like I don't think there's much that really goes into it. It's very simple to play off of. VWAP is volume weighted average price. It's just an indicator. Tells you whether or not the market is it just helps with bias. So, if you're someone who struggles with bias, then I definitely recommend adding VWAP to your charts. It just helps you see whether or not buyers or sellers are in control, have strength, all that good stuff. We got a lot of room to the downside. Granted, we can keep going up, right? But got all-time highs up there, which not that it matters, but ideally, after a large gap up overnight, might as well go down, make it easy. Love playing a gap fill, so we'll see what all we get. NQ holding pretty decent right now above VWAP. All right, fix the camera stream. So that should do that. Actually put this up here so I can actually see this. India, it just depends on the time frame that you're looking at. But it's just my white line right here. So I think it's like 27, 180 or something. But it just depends on the time frame because it's gonna look different for every time frame. Do I like basketball or soccer? I never watched soccer growing up. It wasn't really a popular thing in my house, so I don't really know much about soccer other than, the little TikTok highlights I see. So I know some type of ball, have a very, very like minute ball knowledge on soccer, but definitely basketball if I had to pick between the two. I mean, I'm neutral on direction for real. I don't really have too much of an opinion right now. I'm still waiting for price to kind of figure that out. But I like shorts, but guys, I'm never married to a bias. It's just a bias. I can only go off, my own analysis, but the charts tell me what to do, whether I'm right or not. I don't just have a bias and stick to it. You have to, you can, but I'm not going to fight what the market's showing me. So if we fail to go lower, I don't care that if I want shorts. There's no point going lower if price is struggling to go low. But ideally, I would like shorts to play out, yes. But if we end up going long, I'm fine with that too. It's just a matter of, seeing how we play out here. Because realistically, shorts goes against the higher time frame uh, direction as well too. So there is that. But I just like the space we have to the downside. So the support levels on NQ are high of days from Thursday and Wednesday. They're pretty clear to see if you look on the 4 hour. Yeah, I saw the Invincible finale. I honestly thought that, a lot of people are being very over dramatic and ridiculous, but oh, it wasn't, bro. You just don't know a good plot. I thought it was a very good ending. And Thrag is 10 times scarier in that specific scene than he was in the comics. Like it wasn't even close. I think if that's one thing that, I mean, I don't know whether I like it or I hate it, but I think I lean more towards the fact that I like it. But they are making Thrag so much stronger than he realistically was in the comics. Some people might not like that. I could understand both sides, but it's definitely terrifying. You know, it's definitely something to say the least. But you know, on to next season. So we'll see. Oh, of course, Earl. That's a bro. Please, that's for beginners. But yeah, I definitely have. Who wouldn't want a half Viltrumite child? Uh, that would be me actually. I'm cool off of it, man. I'm good actually. I mark out key levels that stand out, Hannah. If there is a key level that I find of interest, then I put it down. Which key level are you talking about, Carissa? What if, so, see. Yeah, I put 160. Yeah, no, that's right. 160, 137. That's right. I may have just had it flip flopped, but it's a zone. That's all it is. It's just a zone. Wait, 27. Ah, yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, it was a 27. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, 27. That's what I meant to put. Apologies. Am I crazy for not letting my man watch Euphoria? I have no comment. Why did you pick futures over options? It's more straightforward. That's it. I just find it to be more straightforward. Like you don't got to worry about Greeks, so therefore, to me, that makes it easier. Choco, yeah, basically. I mean, those are still key levels, though, Hannah. Like that's just one part of it, but I mean, it's more or less all the same. A key level is a key level, but it can definitely be that you can definitely pay attention to those. I mean, I know I do. Shoot. Appreciate all the likes as well on TikTok, yo. Please keep it coming. As always, the goal is to hit 10,000 likes per live I do. If I hit it, it's always for sure extremely thankful. But I just appreciate y'all for even being there to begin with. Have I ever traded using seconds instead of minutes? I'd rather walk on glass. Hot glass, molten glass, nails, even than trade on the seconds. I don't know. There's not any reason you can ever give me. Oh, I trade on the 5 second. Okay. Okay. I am speaking just because I just find it to be way too stressful. I mean, I would never trade on the 15 second, but I think like it's if you're trailing a trade on the 15 second, I think that's different. I think it's completely different. Like if you're I feel like this looking to enter, I would never in a million years enter off a 15-second, 30-second. But when you're like, let's say you're trailing a position, right? Like say you enter on the 2 minute time frame on something and you're trailing something off like the 15:30. I don't like it, but I wouldn't hate it. But me personally, I still would say no. But that's just me. I personally though never go lower than the two. That's about as most as you'll ever see out of me. As far as news goes today, we do have consumer sentiment at 10. Not really the most worried about it, truthfully, but we'll see what all we get. We're not really going anywhere, doing anything, so can't really complain. Well, we'll see what all we get. No, I'm not trading different markets. I correlate the big four, so QQQ, ES, and SPY. I correlate all of them together because they're basically more or less the same thing in a sense. So yeah, but I'm not trading options and futures at the same time if that's what you're asking. No, I only trade futures, but I do look at the options as well. Yeah, I mean, I've traded RTY, YM, but I mean, on the day to day, I still like to look at NQ and ES for sure. It really just depends on the context. Am I still collecting cologne? Yeah, I've definitely picked up a new couple scents in the past couple months or so. And as far as what's written on my board, no problem. The whiteboard it says thank you for all likes and follows. Plan the trade, trade the plan, and the psalm that we read today before daily devotional. But specifically, it's Psalms 27, verses one. Well, yeah, verses 1 through 2. But realistically, Psalm 27 in its entirety. But specifically, verses 1 to 2. Now I'm definitely gonna start doing more cologne for sure. Like I said, I'm really excited for everything I have, not just planned, but then I'm going to do. Um, moving forward for the rest of the year, as far as content goes, I really got a lot of things geared up for sure. Just had to get some things squared away, but I'm ready for sure, man. Was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning working on what I little project I'm doing right now. So I'm definitely excited to when I start posting again. My TikTok handle, my Instagram, my YouTube, my everything is Jaden Hiken. Everything, all social media handles are Jaden Hiken. Morning, Angela. Appreciate you for joining the YouTube stream. Appreciate you as well too, Greg. Do I appreciate you, Deb? On occasion. It really depends on the day and what you've said that day. I can't even really fake like it's anything less than that. But I'd say 70% of the time, yeah, you're cool. But that other 30 to 40, oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bane of my existence. And yeah, so I mean, you asked, and I can't lie. I cannot tell a lie. But you're still cool though. Just remind me what the final score of the Super Bowl was, if you could ever be so kind. I don't remember. You know, my memory slips me sometimes. On a side note, really want NQ to break under VWAP here, man. If this breaks under VWAP, I'm really liking these shorts. Think we could have something special brewing up here. All right, I'm entering ES shorts. I'm in this a little light here. We do have that 10 o'clock candle here at about 5 minutes or so, but we're breaking this range that we're in right now, and I really do like it. My stop on ES is basically right above VWAP. So stop is at around 7160, 7161. Ideally, as far as my targets go, aiming for 7135. I mean, for sure at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum, I'm aiming for 7135. But let's see what all we get here. don't want to say got to be mindful of that 10 o'clock candle, but it is something to definitely, consider. But I think we're getting in at a pretty good spot. And yeah, let's rock out. Once again in ES shorts. Also paying attention to QQQ and NQ here. They're basically at their previous day highs. So as long as Qs can get under that 27,160 and QQQ can get under that 657, basically, I don't think anything stops us here. And we're going. If you're in on NQ, I mean, you're running a pretty wide stop, but I mean, if you were in on NQ, I wouldn't want to see it reclaim 27,200. But that's just me. I wouldn't want to see it reclaim 27,200. Ideally, just don't want to see us bounce or aggressively reclaim this PDH here on the Q side of things. As long as we don't reclaim this PDH, there's nothing to worry about from Q, SPY, or anything, but I'm aiming for 71.35. SPY's looking great. ES holding strong. I'm bouncing that PDH right now. That's really all that's going on. If we end up getting stopped out here, no big deal. I'll just wait for the reclaim back underneath 657 or 27,136, 27,135. Basically those same key levels that I posted about in the trade ideas tab. But I mean, everything's looking pretty strong to the downside today. So like I said, it may just be a timing thing, maybe a little bit early, but I don't think I'm off here. So we'll see what we get. But stop on ES is still at 7,160. So as long as we don't get back above that, I'm cool. Which is kind of what comes with the territory. But if you're in on NQ, I wouldn't want to see us reclaim that 27,200. Kind of hoping to. I mean, it's really the wrong thing to say, right, when it comes to trading. But I am kind of hoping that that 10 o'clock candle gives us some direction back to the downside, even if we do pull back here. That would be more than ideal. But that's what I'm aiming for. Right, let's see what we get here for consumer sentiment. But still alive here on ES for now. Stop is at 7,160. Hopefully we get some continuation back to the downside here though. That would really help us out tremendously if we can get some follow through back down here. Still aiming for 71.35 on ES. But we need to see Qs get under that PDH. That's really the only thing stopping this from going. It's really the same thing from what, Wednesday or Tuesday, I think it was. Yeah, something like that. So it's just a matter of if we get it, of course, right? But I love the plan, the aim, nonetheless. You just got to get under that 657 on Qs and that 130 on NQ. Come on, guys, let's go. You can do it. Hopefully. I don't like that out of NQ. Yeah, Q's going another way. Dang it. That's not what you want to see. Still in these SPY shorts. Like I said, stop is at 71.60. I'm getting a very nice rejection though off VWAP and the 12 EMA here on QQQ. It's just a matter of not. It's just a matter of if Q's will give it up. If Q's gives it up, ES and SPY are for sure going and never coming back. So we'll see. Sellers got to push it if they want it. One thing I do like though is in spite of how Q's looks, uh, yeah, in spite of how Q's looks, SPY is really holding strong to the downside, which is for me as a trader and for definitely I think if you trade the indices, that's what you want to see. Like I would feel more. I mean, I don't want to say worried, but it would be like kind of like dang, you know, if Q's when it was flipping going back up, if SPY did the same thing, that's not what you want to see, because it's just not ideal. But the fact that SPY is still holding strong on these shorts, I just need it to continue. I am, however, going to lighten my size in this a little bit, though, personally. Come on, break low a day. You got it. I mean, we're flirting with that PDH again here on NQ, so I really don't. I really do hope that sellers can make a push here. Like, this is a very, I mean, it's just this pivotal location. back, man. Come on, get under VWAP. Flip. 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 Come on, sellers. Like I just don't think that buyers want it that bad. I'm talking to myself, of course, but all I can say is just from a pure location perspective, the longer that we consolidate around VWAP on NQ, the less I like this trade. That much I promise you. That is not at all what I want to see. Quite frankly, it's the furthest thing from it. Hate it, actually. As long as NQ, though, doesn't get above that 225, I like it. But we got to go and go now. It's like every time Q's tries to go back down, buyers say, nope, hold it. I don't think we're going to get it. Yeah, if SPY reclaims VWAP, not really much we can do about that. I think it's exactly what's going to happen. And they fighting it out, though. That's all I can say. But my stop on ES is still at 7160. So if we don't hit 7160, hey, what do I care? Still alive. I like how we closed, though, on that candle on SPY. That's for sure. But do we break this trend, though? This is kind of what gives me nightmares right now, is this trend, like this clear trend line we have on SPY. Look in the bottom right. that trend line, yeah, that definitely will give you nightmares for sure. This holding that trend line perfectly. We got the same thing on NQ. I mean, we really got the same thing on everything. It's that clear as day trend line of higher lows. That's what you hate to see, if anything. So, like I said, my hands are off. I stopped out on ES. Yeah. Yeah, Q's just went. Yeah, no, that was I mean, hate to be that person, but can I really say I'm surprised when I saw Q's holding VWAP how it did? Not really. No big deal though. Look to see if we can take another trade here. Depends on it just really depends on what all we get. So we're just stuck now. If we go back down, I can't like the word hot is not the word hot would not do justice. That's all I can say. Like at this point, shoot, we better go long. Like you want to do all this. I watch these QQQ longs though. Ideally, SPY gets above VWAP. See what all we get. So we're just in a range of doom and despair. It's what it's looking like so far. This is ridiculous. And this range is nasty. At least I know for sure when we break it, oh yeah, we're going. Yeah, this is a nasty range that we're in, man. I mean, as y'all can see, if y'all not seeing what I'm seeing, if we just look here on NQ, I mean, this is disgusting. We're not going up, we're not going down. I mean, like I said, this is why sometimes you just gotta wait for the market to play out. I mean, can I really say I'm surprised that I lost? Not really, not when we're dealing with this, you know? Getting caught in the chop is the worst thing ever, man. Genuinely, it's the worst thing ever. Excuse me. But now we're going down here, but it almost doesn't even matter because if we can't get under PDH, I've played these games before. You may have fooled me once, but you ain't gonna get me twice. I feel like when you approach the market like that, it makes trading a lot easier. What I mean by that is whatever you did to stop me out the first time in the span of a day, I'm not doing the same thing twice. So when Qs can reclaim that PDH, you got me. But till then, nah, partner. So yeah. Are we having fun yet? PDH's previous day high. Also, thank y'all for 11,000 likes on TikTok. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Be sure to follow me too. I got a lot of content coming on the way as well. Trading, life, all that good stuff. But for right now, I'm just super locked in here. TikTok handle, everything is Jaden Hyken. Nah, price is horrible. Uh, I wouldn't call it switching positions page. I mean, I always have an upside game plan and a downside game plan, right? And it's not that, we still can't sell off here. It's just while we're in this range, I'm not doing anything. Like, I mean, there's no reason to even stress it. But I will say this: what I am never is married to a bias. I feel like that's how a lot of traders get caught up, especially in the beginning stage of their trading journey, is by being married to a bias, thinking, okay, I'm coming in, I want the market to go short, so I'm going to try to keep forcing shorts even though the market's pumping up. That's kind of like what happened today, right? So, I mean, yeah, shorts were looking pretty okay, for the time being, but, buyers clearly holding it. There's no reason for me to still want to take shorts if buyers are clearly holding us up. So I'll just never be married to a bias because I like to look at trading because it just helps me and I think it help anyone. Trading is theoretical, and when you approach it like a scientist, right, trying to prove a high hypothesis, all right, you're gonna be proven right after the fact, but until then, it's an idea. It's everything in trading is always hindsight 2020. So, you know, and then once you get to understanding probabilities, that helps too. Like I know that realistically, from a probabilities perspective, it's probably in my best interest to wait to take a trade on SPY. Even if we do pump down here, we'll go to the downside here, just due to the sole fact that the whole reason why SPY bounced was because Qs and NQ couldn't get under their previous day highs. So probably should just wait till then. So that's what I'm just waiting on. Hope that helps. But so far, one trade, one loss. No biggie. See this be that. See this be that right here. Breaking that trend line now on SPY. About to get violent. Overly violent. Overly violent. But hey, would love to recover from the loss if possible. So, do as you wish, Q's. Making money on both sides makes me feel like Maharaga. This sacred treasure I summon. What they say? Asil Divine General. Something Sela. That boy Maharaga was something else, man. Yes, indeed, Jessica. You know my mind. See how easy it is to see that, though? It's right in front of you, you know? No, Michelle, see, that's where you're wrong. It's one of those days, if I get off live, then all of a sudden we're back at 24,000, you know? That it's not y'all. It's definitely me. I'm the problem. 100% I'm the problem. It's not even a joke anymore. Let me hop off. Y'all will see 24,000 a day. Trust. At this point, I just know the FBI watches me. FCTC, someone. I refuse to believe otherwise. It's almost too coincidental. And bouncing that trend line now. And that 15-minute orb low. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, if you look down here in the bottom right hand corner, and I buy this trend, and I draw this trend line, you look right here, bam, 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 bam. This trend line is right in line with that 15-minute orb. So ideally, we break this trend line, break that key level, take out low a day. We're going lower. It's just a matter of if now we get it. But NQ keeps bouncing VWAP. It's a bounce house at VWAP today, man. Yeah, NQ just sticking his toe in the water. I need that thing to submerge. I need you to go lower. Lower. Like, Appreciate you, Dior. Big press option. You didn't get that done. You know? Dormammu, I have come to bargain. Lower these markets. Yo, mama. So if you heard me, I said Dormammu. You wouldn't know what that means though, but it's all good. I know who had a fun upbringing and who didn't. Anyone that knows that, yeah, you're lit. Or you're simply just like Marvel movies. You can just leave it there for real. Spy is struggling. That's 709.55. Took one trade on Q's, lost it. So currently 0 for 1 on the day. But ideally, still looking for these shorts since we basically pulled back for nothing. Like literally nothing. We pulled back for absolutely nothing just to get right back down here. So we'll see. For a second, I thought you said Ann Arbor. I was like, oh, go blue. Do I watch anime? Omae Mushindayu. I mean, like, do I watch anime? Come on, man. Let's ask some real questions, man. Do I watch anime? Does anime watch me for real? Like, come on now. Yes, I watch anime. Nerd. Listen, this is a passion. Where is Sierra? Sierra's on her live. If you go to her Zoom live trading link, that's where she is. But she is not here at the moment. I do apologize. But she's on her own live right now. This is my live for futures. Jayla, if you had a raven named Itachi, you might be aura farming, but a cat will do. A cat will definitely do. But if you said you had a raven named Itachi, yeah. You got to go to Zoom links S. That's where you'll find everything. I don't know what's worse, this range or black licorice. It's a pretty close set. It's pretty close. I feel like it's really either one or the other. But this is some black licorice price action. Just nasty, disgusting. No one likes it. If you like black licorice, I if that offends you, maybe you deserve to be offended. I don't know, man, because black licorice is kind of crazy. So yeah, I don't know which is worse, this or black licorice. Once again, not falling for the Arby's rage bait. I have been rage baited by far worse, I mean. Like it? I'm the COO. This range here, boy. I'll stay on for a little bit longer today, just just to see. But this is disgusting. For a Friday, this is disgusting. Might actually finish the day red today. Be the first day this week. Be all right though. I mean, just the lack of follow through is enough to just make me want to just get off entirely. Nah, y'all wanna know this sickest thing I've seen so far this year? When the war first got announced, I had to fill in for Wall Street that morning for pre-market analysis, and someone was saying, check LM something. I don't even remember. I'm like, LM, I'm not I'm not really familiar with that stock. He's like, oh no, it's a great stock. I just put so much money into it. Brother, you put 100,000 into Lockheed Martin? All right. Yeah. I know what type of man you are. Yep, I know what type of man you are. That was yeah. Told me a lot that day. All right, now hold on. Is there something going on right now that I'm unaware of? Trump, that's you? That's you, Trump? You saying something, bro? I feel like I know Trump candles, man. Swear day trading in 2026, every trade you take is a gamble. Gosh, bro. Bounce it. Yeah, there's something going on. I refuse to think that this is just an accident. All right, well, we're going up. At least we stalled out. Okay, I can maybe it was just, a little whatever. You know what makes trading this price so much better? Listening to Thames. Genuinely. It's almost like nothing can stress me out. Love some Thames, man. Sexy red. High cortisol music, man. Like actually high cortisol music. Couldn't imagine. Deb, I'm actually weak. You redeemed yourself. That's actually a very funny. That was actually funny. I can laugh at that. Well, guys, I mean, at the absolute worst, I'll stay on till 10:30. I do not trade past 11:30 ever. Well, like EST time. But if I mean, I'll put it like this: if all we do is range till 10:30, I, I'm really not gonna take this loss that bad. I mean, I don't take losses bad in general, but I mean, what are you supposed to do? You know, when you're just doing the uptown downtown for 2 hours, can't really do much about that. But I'll stay on until 10:30 day at the latest. It seems like it's gonna be one of those days where we're gonna get a late breakout, and you would think that that's the direction we just continue for and go in. But I digress. It's 9:30 where I am. It is currently 9:43. I don't live in Georgia no more. I live in the good old state of Texas, known as Ranger Clark around these parts. Watching cues right now. I want to see how we react up at that 260. Per usual though, not surprised. ES looking good too. This might be a pretty strong breakout here. I'm not sold yet though. I'm not sold yet. I'm not sold yet. All right, I'm in on ES longs again. I'm playing this breaking candle, so I wouldn't recommend going in super heavy. Just really got to wait and see on this, but do as you wish. But my stop is around 71.64. I'm aiming for 71.81, but Q's, everything's breaking now. Let's go. Ideally, aiming for that PDH. So let's see what all we get. I mean, at this point, we better go long. I mean, I don't know what more charts could want to do, but my stop is at 71.64. A freaking rejection, boy, I tell you. Oof. Q's, dog. Q's, Q's, Q's. Still alive here on ES, though. Still alive here on ES. I'll let y'all know if I get out of it, of course, but not alive by much, that's for sure. All right, stopped out. Brother, this level up here, bro. Yeah, this range got it today, man. Yeah, this range got it today. Ah, 0 for 2. Usually this is where I like to cut it, but we'll see. Like I said, 3 is my maximum trade limit, so we'll see. And these are some rough pullbacks here, dude. Retesting that 30-minute orb here. I mean, maybe just in a little bit too early. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't hate this again. Belongs to the upside. But this will be my, if I take this third, this is for sure last trade of the day. And that's it. I'm not going to do more than 3. My rule for trading is and always will be three strikes and I'm out. So obviously the goal every day is to be one and done. Definitely not the case today, but I'm not going to fight the market if it's going to be this hard either. All right, I'm back in ES longs. This is the last one for me for the day. Stop is at around 71.60. If we get under 71.60, that's it for me today. And it's just not my day, if so. But 71.60 is the last target for me. Well, this trade is my last trade of the day. So I'm either going 0 for 3, or that's just it. Still aiming for that 71.81 on ES. Okay, Q's starting to look good here. Just a matter if we still get it. But Q's still looking good. Need ES to do the same. Q's is going. Spies. Just need SPY and ES and now follow suit. There we go. There we go. Come on, SPY. Push us up. Kind of slowing down near that 27,300. It's about roughly a spot that we stalled at as well during the overnight. So if we can punch through 27,300, Q should continue here. No worries. Ideally, first profit target on ES sitting at around 71.76. But full TP is around that 71.81. Come on, ES. Yeah, I mean, NQ looks great. Just needed to hold above that 300. But NQ looks really great right now, man. Like I said, aiming for 71.76. First trim, that's where taking trims off on ES. Come on, Spy. There you go. Finally. Yeah, that 300. It's getting kind of shaky up there. But we still look good all the same. Get that close above 300. Ain't nothing stopping AQLSD. Apologies. But we'll see. No, yeah, for sure. I mean, Q's was given every indication, that it wanted to go higher. So that's the bias. Okay, we tried the shorts. Cool. Longs is what it wants. All right, let's do it. Get above 302. Get above 302. The fact that we still can't close this 300 is just insane. I know we stalled here overnight, but jeez. Come on, ES. Help out Q's here. Respectfully, Q's been doing the majority of the work today anyway. Need you to help it out a little. There we go. Come on, ES. Spy. Help out Q's. Help out Q's here. Help out Q's, son. Man. Need some. Need some fire. What's your question? Keep breathing. Ish. It's up there for sure. It's always a break and retest. That's where I feel good, but location though. Location. Majority of the stocks were under VWAP, and that was the only thing that was bullish. That's kind of hard for me to take. It's about alignment, location, all that stuff still applies, but it was a great place where I stopped for sure, but I wouldn't consider it like that high up. All right, I'm personally taking off a couple contracts here just to lighten the size up a little bit. Secures just something here. Just a little bit. Still aiming for 71.76, but ideally, if you want to move stops on ES up to 71.66, I don't blame you, but I wouldn't move them higher than that. 71.66 would be the lowest my stop would be. Ideally, like I said, we're still aiming for those PDH at 71.82, basically. So 71.82 is ideal full TP, like runners, everything included, but 71.76 will be where I take off majority of my position. Appreciate all the likes, everyone on TikTok as well. Thank y'all. I'm to 33,000 likes. Thank y'all tremendously. Like I said, if one thing, I just hope that y'all learn something every time y'all join my live. As long as I do that, I feel like I'm doing my job. Whether that's y'all making money or just learning from losses that I take. Either way, as long as y'all are learning, that's what matters the most to me. TikTok is Jaden Hiken. Everything social media related is Jaden Hiken. I'm still holding this. I said 71.76. One thing about me, for better for worse, like I tell all the time, how as far as my mentality goes, I like to go down with the ship. It's just kind of always been my mentality. It's very, very few and far between where I cut trades early because you never know what's going to happen. You know, I have a plan. My job is to follow that plan. Whatever happens is not really anything I'm in control of either way. I can only manage my emotions within it. But yeah, I'm still in this only for 71.76. Ideally, 71.81, but we can get above this current high day that we're struggling at for literally no reason on ES, just to stall out here. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. 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 There we go. Thank you. Moving stop in profit now. Taking off also too some trims up there as well. We just got about a few contracts for left remaining, heading up to 71.82. See what all we get out of this. If we're able to get 71.82 out of this, I'll be very much green on the day. Not nothing crazy, but just one of those days, man, where it just kind of struggled to follow through early on, but we really hit it on the head that next trade. We really hit it on the head at third, even though it took 3 trades. I'm not proud of it, trust me. It's not ideally the standard I hold myself to, but I also can't control what the charts do. I will be very content if we hit 71.82, but my stop is now in profit, sitting at around 71.69, 70. Really up to you at that point where you want to place it at, but ideally aiming for 71.82 here. So let's rock out. There we go. There we go. Look at SPY. Just my SPY. I mean, look at how beautiful SPY looks. I mean, this thing is going. It's. I mean, I will say it's about freaking time. And I'll say it's about freaking time that SPY finally showed some momentum today. Cause, dude. Shout out to y'all that held this though. On TikTok, YouTube, if you held this, this is definitely a winner chicken dinner. Taking off another trim here. But like I said, stop for me is about 71.70. So in case you're wondering my methodology, right, as to why I'm like trimming as we keep to go into strength instead of holding on to the full position, it's really just due to the fact of I have to look at this from a business perspective. All right, currently, red on the day. And if we pull back to 71.70, I'll still finish red on the day. But the bottom line is I'll be a lot less in the red, than if I hold and don't at least secure something. Which is why I personally believe that there's one thing I believe everyone should definitely incorporate into their trading is just learning when to trim, how to trim. It's definitely a personal thing. I feel like it's something you just kind of develop your own relationship with it, as you better understand your strategy, your approach to the market, and everything else like that. Plus, two trimming I think is very good overall for not just your health, like from a money making perspective, but mentally as well too. Like trimming allows you to it just really just removes emotion off the table in totality, and that's kind of why I prefer it. But like I said, stop here is at 71.70, so if we pull back there, I'm still fine with this trade either way. I can't really complain. But see what all we get. Yeah, hit that 71.76 area. Literally hit 71.77 and then pulled back. At least we got the bare minimum. We got TP1 out of it, so I'll take it. Stop is basically right below the low of this candle, so right here. That's 71.70. That's what I'm watching. If we get back underneath that, I'm cool. Anyone still holding ES? If NQ puts in a new high a day, this is actually extremely exciting because you got to think about the recovery strength here, right here. If this puts in a new high a day, that's a major recovery from a 5-minute perspective. So ideally, I would love to see NQ and ES give us new high days. Just good for the overall momentum. And not so much there on NQ, but I still like the buyers stepping back in. We just need to put a new high a day for me to still have confidence in this going higher. But kind of stalling out here, so we'll see. Come on, give me 335. 335, 340. No, there we go. Okay, that's what you want to see. This is very healthy. Very healthy. Dang, it's already 10:30. Sheesh. Hope y'all like live trading with me, man. Appreciate y'all staying here for those of you that have. Come on now, rise, yes. I live trade basically 5 days a week. Well, I live trade 5 days a week in Crystal Academy. But as far as like publicly, at least 3 days a week for sure. But if as long as you're subscribed to the YouTube channel or you're following me on TikTok, you will get that notification whenever I go live. So, I do appreciate if you do subscribe or even if you are subscribed. But at least 3 days a week I go live publicly, but I live trade every day in the academy. If I had to assume where Q's is heading, I think it's going to try to reach that 364, which is basically all-time high, pre-market high. So, no, that's just all-time highs. You ain't no screw pre-market high. That's just all-time highs. So, do we put a new all-time today? Let's see. I'm gonna move my stop up here, oh, ever so slightly. But realistically for y'all, so y'all can see it visually, stop is right there, about 71.71. I know, a point. My goodness gracious, right? But just kind of trailing this safely. I'm not going to give back too much here. I'm definitely going to be, in a very healthy way, greedy, protecting my profits on this little run up here. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everything Jaden Hiken. Everything's Jaden Hiken. Hold on, y'all. Mama gonna call me talking about something. Are you free right now? Live trading. Oh, call me when you're done. Got you. I'm in drawdown, Mom. This is no time for games. Am I biracial? Very straightforward. Love it. I don't mind it. Yeah, I'm biracial. Which parent is white? I'll let you take a guess. There you go. Oh yeah, currently in these ES longs, still holding them, aiming for 71.82. Appreciate you, Paradise. be sure to tell my mom that. She'll be very happy to hear. Have I ever been trapped in a trade when the market closed? Never. I don't even want to know what that feels like. Literally never. Trapped in a trade? Yeah, I'd have to fight people, aka myself. Heiken's and price action is the same thing. It's just reading candlesticks. But yeah, I still use Heiken's. They're just on my other screen. I'm currently watching Heiken's right now. Heiken's will always be very much low cortisol for me to watch because they just paint the trend so clearly. So like, in case y'all want to know what I'm seeing on Heiken's, right? Now we could still get stopped out here, whatever, and it's what it is. But if we look over here on ES, well, I haven't really been worried. Do y'all see this move on ES, bro? Like, this is what Heiken's give you, just clarity sometimes on smoothing out direction. But realistically speaking, this is the first candle that ain't looking too good. But like I said, if we get under 71, I'm cool. But that's what I like about Heiken's. They just smooth out the picture for you sometimes when you need it. Most times for sure. But if you ever feel queasy or like you can't hold a trade or anything else like that, I mean, I don't care whether you use Heiken's or not, but I think that, I mean, especially I teach you in Crystal how to use them. I think that you would be wise to at least consider it, you know, maybe not trading off of them, but just using them as a way to like, okay, maybe I can hold this for sure. Because that's, I mean, that's just what I do, you know. I know how to enter off them too, but I like to just look at them just to help clear the picture because they really can ease emotions, you know. Seeing the raw price action for any candlestick can sometimes be a lot, and that's why sometimes I just don't want to hear the noise. I think we're gonna get stopped out here though. I'm almost like banking on it like 100%. I mean, you got SPY falling, Q's falling, making a pretty ugly curl here. Yeah, I'm stopped out. In profit though. In profit, so we're good. Either way, very, very solid trade. Very, very, very solid trade. Only gonna be down about $800 today. Nothing too crazy. Definitely recovered from the losses, back to back of them, but definitely setting up pretty good going into Monday. I'll gladly take a paper cut. And I feel like if there's one thing for sure, that I can take from today is just like I tell you all the time, keep following the plan. That's really all you got to do. Every single trade I execute every single day, it's the same plan, same process, really just same everything. There's not much I could do. If we bounce VWAP here, there's not a word in the English dictionary for the visceral amount of anger that's going to flow through my body. On a side note, though, I'm out of position. I'm not going to chase this. But either way, if that's all I'm just saying, if we actually reach 71.82 after, I mean, I got stopped out by a tick, like at this point, you might as well just keep dropping, right? But either way, uh, very much, if I had to grade today's day, as far as me following my plan, obeying risk management, following the process, I got to give myself an A. I mean, and that's, I feel like, if I were to talk about growth as a trader, I mean, I remember when I first started trading, you couldn't pay me to take two back-to-back losses and not go on tilt, not over leverage, not, crash out, but that's the beauty of growth. You get better, you learn from your mistakes as anyone that has wisdom or is wise would try to do. That's all you can do in trading is just continue to learn from your mistakes, you know. But yes, dog, want to give me a hard time for nearly an hour, and then you want to do your thing. Go for it, bro. You got it. But either way, gonna be hopping off here though. To everyone on TikTok, I do appreciate all of you joining. I believe y'all set the most likes. If it wasn't today, it was yesterday. 36,000 likes. Genuinely, God bless all of you. Can't thank y'all enough for joining. For everyone on YouTube, thank all of y'all for joining the live stream. As always, love trading with all you guys. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask while you're on live. But we'll say it once and I'll say it all the time. Join Crystal Academy if you're trying to learn how to trade. It's not just me. We got Sierra, Rico, Wall Street, Yana, the whole Crystal crew. Can't say this enough, man. If you enjoy listening to me, if you enjoy looking at how I trade, if you enjoy just everything that I do, we got the not only the trading space, but we have the community as well too. You will not find another community that I think is more loving, more caring, and more helpful than what we got here in Crystal. And I'm gonna say that specifically because I feel like a lot of if I'm gonna speak on just the trading space, I feel like it can be quite toxic at times when it comes to people wanting help. And we're the furthest thing from that. If you want help, we got you. If you want to learn how to do this, you're in the right space to learn how to do it. But nonetheless, going to be hopping off here.